Hi folks, welcome to today's Coffee with Jesus. We're first of this week, we're still in John chapter 9, the story of the blind man. Let me just simply read this from John chapter 9, verse 27. He answered, I've told you already, and you did not listen. This is the blind man responding to the Pharisees' question of how did he open your eyes? Sorry, forgive my cough. Why do you want to hear it again? Do you want to become his disciples too? Then they hurled insults at him and said, You are this fellow's disciples. We are disciples of Moses. We know that God spoke to Moses, but as for this fellow, we don't even know where he comes from. I'm going to leave it there because there's enough in that as well. So the man pushes back now. And I don't know if he's being sarcastic. Do you want to become his disciples as well? And notice he uses the term to. So that's suggesting he certainly wants to become his disciple. And their response, and have you noticed how this happens in this world? You know, I was on a discussion today with Steve McAlpine and Carl Fays, and we were just talking about, civil discourse and have things got any worse? But in one sense, they probably haven't. Today you get abuse online, but they abused him there and then to his face because what was he doing? He was challenging them, really. I've told you something. What are you trying to do? You're trying to get me to say. And when people can't handle truth, they often resort to insult. And they think they're saying truth. We are the disciples of Moses. We know God spoke to Moses, but we don't even know where this guy came from. And the irony of that is Jesus keeps telling them that he came from heaven. And they're right, they don't know. They won't want to accept that. They can't accept that. And that's nothing to do with their commitment to God. It's everything to do with their commitment to themselves and their self-superiority and their smugness. So you see that happening, don't you? You see people getting really angry when they're challenged. Not so much angry because they are insulted, but then they start insulting. In today's world, you're a fascist, or, you're a homophobe, or whatever insult people want to say, and then they promote their own self-righteousness. Now, may God preserve us from that. May we have a much more humble attitude. May we be the ones who look to Christ. And may we not be those who, when we're challenged, respond instinctively by hitting out with insults and self-righteousness. All right. God bless you. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.